This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Right, so I'll put the article in the description box for you guys where Anthony Joshua, he spoke to DAZN and he was saying about maybe why the negotiations with the Deontay Wilder fight broke down for Undisputed and all that kind of thing. And to be honest, I'm not too happy with what it is that Joshua is saying. I understand what it is that he's trying to do, but I don't agree with the way that he's saying it. And you'll understand what it is that I'm talking about right after I give his statement. So this is what Anthony Joshua had to say. No one ducks anyone in this business, but everyone makes their moves to benefit themselves. In terms of the negotiations, they just didn't align at the time. And I realized that I've said a lot of things to blame him, and he said a lot of things to blame me. I feel like we kind of have to put the tit for tat aside, realize where we both went wrong in the negotiations and get it right. It's coming to a stage where only the fans are missing out. The situation with Wilder and stuff, we should start negotiating now. Look at the Miller situation. We're still 16 weeks away from the fight and we're already doing all this media appearances. In terms of a fight of undisputed magnitude, maybe we need double the time. We need to start progressing now. Anthony Joshua's statement. So some of you will automatically get straight away what it is I'm about to say, which is he's pandering to Wilder, okay? And this is kind of my issue. You see, he's almost making Wilder feel like he's so important, like he's on equal level, okay? When it's just not the reality. He's talking to Wilder like he's his wife, okay? Do you know when you and your wife or your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it may be, have an argument and have a dispute, one of you, and from my point of view, it's usually has to be me, is you kind of have to concede in order to pander to them to get them back into the good books. Okay, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, it's kind of my fault too. Yeah, you're right. You know, let's put all this behind us and start again. You know, this is what it is that he's saying. And this is exactly what Wilder wants to hear, because Wilder wants to feel wanted. He wants to feel loved. We knew this straight away after Joshua defeated Vladimir Klitschko, where about a week or two later, Wilder kept saying, why is Joshua not talking about me? I want him to open his mouth and start talking about me. That's what a wife does, right? Why are you not looking at me? Why are you looking at those girls over there with the short skirts? That's what it is, okay? And quite clearly, all Wilder wanted was attention. And he's been doing everything that he possibly can. He's gone to the extremes of calling Anthony Joshua a slave to the white master and Eddie Hearn. These are the kind of things that he does just to try and get some publicity, some attention from Anthony Joshua, hoping that Joshua's going to bite and he builds a name of Joshua, but without having the intention of fighting Joshua. And it's been plainly obvious. The man just turned down $120 million. What more do you need? Why is Joshua pandering to him? Why is Eddie Hearn coming out and saying, well, yeah, maybe Wilder will get 50-50? Why do you have to concede all the time to this man? You're setting a precedence to allow these kind of people who don't deserve these kind of figures to do it. Joshua has 3 belts. Wilder only has 1. Joshua fills out arenas and stadiums. Wilder don't. Joshua makes millions upon millions per fight. Wilder don't. Joshua is pay-per-view. Wilder isn't. So how is this 50-50? It's not difficult. It really isn't. Look at the resumes. Joshua has 22 fights and unified 3 belts. Wilder's had 41 fights, got a draw on his resume in his last fight, never unified, and what, he's worth 50-50? Come on now. That's just ridiculous. I mean, but with Wilder, he just wants the attention. He loves the attention, and his fans love the attention too. They want to be part of Joshua. They're jealous of Joshua. Wilder is desperately jealous of Joshua. He's frightened of him at the same time. Like he's frightened of Dillian Whyte. Like he's frightened of any kind of threat. This is what Wilder does. And Wilder will love this kind of statement. He will lap it up. But he's still not going to fight you, Joshua. Don't you understand it? I don't know how many different ways we can turn this and show this to you and Eddie Hearn. Wilder don't want the fight. He never did. It's abundantly clear. If Wilder was confident in defeating Joshua, then no matter what the money is, he would have took it get those belts off Joshua, become the first undisputed 4-belt holder at heavyweight, and start writing his own checks after. That's what you do. But he's so concerned about what Joshua's earning. He's so concerned about all the... When for the longest time he's saying, I don't care about money, it's all about legacy. When a champion calls your name, you step up to the plate, you don't care about money. This is what he's been saying for a long time. And his fans have been echoing what it is that he's saying. But when the time comes to it, there's always an excuse as to why he won't fight Joshua. When the obvious reason is he's petrified. He just wants to build himself a name. He wants to overtake Joshua in the popularity. He wants everyone to look at Joshua and think, you're scared, you're a coward, and Wilder's the truth. That's what he wants. But without having to face him for it. Because he knows if he steps in the ring with Joshua, he's getting done Charles Martin 2.0 style. Wilder needs attention. And Joshua, in this statement, is pandering to him. He's talking to him like a wife. We know that Wilder has these feminine feelings, these feminine emotions. And that's not being disrespectful to women. Not at all. I mean, my wife is a mirror image of Wilder in personality. Overreacts to everything. Starts shouting and screaming and insulting. You know, that's what he does. You know, my wife wanted to be pregnant. Wilder wants to be pregnant. You know, it's the same kind of thing. And if I have an argument with my wife and I go, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have spoke to you like that. Yeah, you're right. I should give you more attention. Yeah, you're right. She'll come around, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry too. This is what Wilder wants. This is how he reacts to things. He's female. He's got female emotions. Much like his hardcore fan base have. Female emotions. That's what they do. Just go look at their videos. They don't make positive videos. Everything is mudslinging towards Joshua, towards anybody that they don't like. If they're not getting their own way, they'll start stamping their feet. Begging for super chats. I haven't heard one of these clowns on Ring IQ. He was talking about one of these guys who I don't watch, by the way. I mean, I watch Ring IQ, but I don't watch the guy that he was talking about from that corner over there, where he's actually begging DAZN and Eddie Hearn for money. Begging. Unbelievable. I mean, this is the new extremes that these people are going to now. Begging Eddie Hearn for money to help him promote DAZN. This is what these people are doing now. Wilder turned down $120 million is the latest one. But if it wasn't Joshua, where else would he get that kind of money? He just wouldn't. It's because of Joshua. Joshua will get that kind of money anyway. Doesn't matter who he fights. It's not about Wilder. It's about the WBC title. So if Dominic Breazeale defeats Deontay Wilder, if he defeats Deontay Wilder, of course, Dominic Breazeale will get that kind of offer. So it's not about Wilder. Wilder just wants attention. He's like a little child. He's female, I can't help it. He's female. He has these tendencies. I can only draw on what it is that I know and what I see in my everyday life. He is that. Shady Finkel has the same kind of way. He gets emotional and blocks fights because Eddie Hearn called him Shirley Winkle. So you would deprive the fans because Eddie Hearn called you, he gave you a nickname. It's pathetic. They said, yeah, okay, we agree to the 15 million. We agree to all the terms. Send us over the contract. Get a contract. No, we're not signing that. We're not happy because we don't know an exact date and an exact venue. Even though it was either the last week of October or the first week of November at the Principality Stadium, Cardiff, Wales. Yeah, but we want Wembley. We can't have Wembley because Stephen Espinosa of the PBC Showtime said, you're not having an undisputed fight on Showtime in September on pay-per-view because it's too close to the Golovkin and Canelo rematch. So there's always an excuse. They thought that Joshua had already signed with Povetkin. And even now they're saying, see, we were serious about wanting the fight because we accepted 15 million. No, you didn't. You didn't accept it. You verbally said, yeah, we accept it. But had you accepted it and meant it, you'd have signed for it. and for $120 million. And now they're going, well, we see he was offered 15 and now he's offered 120. So therefore, maybe this time next year, it'll be double. When a lot of him, well, like him and his hardcore fan base, his extremist fan base, were saying, see, Joshua don't want the fight till 2020. Yet Joshua has been offering him fights for the last several months. And we're not in 2020. When you guys were saying that Joshua wants to fight in 2020, Joshua never said that, by the way. He said he didn't care when the fight happens, as long as it happens. But now, suddenly Wilder's saying, well, it's not going to happen in 2019, it'll probably happen in 2020. Are his fans jumping on that one? Of course not. Is Wilder jumping on it? Of course not. So this is why I disagree with Joshua's statement. Stop pandering to this man. Stop making him feel like he's so important. It's like the government. The government always have that zero tolerance policy of we will not be held to ransom by anyone. Our government here in the UK, government in America, various other countries around the world. Why don't you adopt that same attitude? We're happy with what we've got. You want to price yourself out? You want to ask for 50-50 when you're not bringing 50-50 to the fight? Screw you. We will wait, because it's only a matter of time before you lose. Wilder don't want the fight. And Joshua needs to stop pandering to him. Eddie Hearn needs to stop pandering to him. They need to say, right, this is the offer, and it ain't changing. And believe me, this offer is far more than you're going to get fighting anybody else in the world. Either you want undisputed or you don't. I've done all the hard work. I've proven myself. You haven't. You got a draw in your last fight to a man who wasn't ready for an elite fight. You got a draw. Clearly, you're not an elite fighter. Anyway, that's the article anyway. So go give it a read for yourself. Come to your own thoughts. Drop them below. Click thumbs up. And of course, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.